promises that I know, but my friends around here have stayed true to me. It's pound shots and beers, steel mills and refineries, our fathers' broken dreams, promises and fears. I've been around the world, but Cleveland's always home to me, and when I need a friend, I always find them here. Yes, sold on the shores of Erie, full of game and music history. Proud to be a part of this place, full of beauty and its grace. I call it home and here I stay. I'm not sure people can go away. Other interests reach their lead, but I'm Cleveland born and bred. It's the time for shots and beers, steel mills and refineries, our fathers' broken dreams, promises and...
What's up, everybody? You guys were just listening to Cleveland's own Celtic punk rock band Craic with their song Cleveland. We have, as soon as I turn notifications off on my phone, some fancasters in here with me tonight. We got JETS Win 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 and 132-1. Is that really it? Is that really how many in 3 seasons so far? I know it's been over 600 days since we've had a victory.
Haven't won a game in 633 days.
At this point, the only thing we can do is laugh together.
Mighty impressive.
You want to talk about continuously finding ways to lose. That was a mighty impressive way. Do you guys know what the title of today's show is for the Fancast?
Cheers. That's all you can do is just keep thinking.
Did anyone read the Facebook thing? Do you know what the title of today's show is?
The Zane of our existence.
Very good, very good. So welcome to the It's Better With Hugh. I don't know how much longer we're going to have that title for our show, Fancast. We appreciate all of you being here. I am Swagger this evening. Can't wait to see him tomorrow after our new field goal kicker boots a 52-yarder. Maybe we'll get a win. All right, so for those of you who are watching, this is the It's Better With You Fancast. It's much more fun if you all join in with us. So you can chat live on the video link on Facebook, and you can also call in with that number here in the lower third. So dial that number and put in that Zoom room number, or you can go to zoom.us and put in the Zoom room number, 101-100-987. So thanks for being here. Let's get into JETS's favorite part of the show, and that's
what
the agenda.
What do you got on the agenda for today, John?
I should shut up and let you guys handle this. You know what you're doing by now.
You didn't let him do his great segue that he does every week.
I try to get it in, and then he just jumps right over me.
Oh, man. Feeling a little yappy this morning. So we're
this morning at 7:30 at night.
Did I say this morning?
Yes.
Fuck, man. I've been going.
Man.
I've been going and going and going.
This is going to be a good one.
So, for those of you out there following along, and those of you who are watching on the replay, we're doing our intro and rundown right now. We go through our agenda for today. So we're gonna get into our Browns quotes. I got some doozies for you. We will be doing the Zane of our existence, which is the Game 2 recap. Our What the Hell Are We Doing Here, which is our other news segment. And then we're going to get into our predictions. You heard it here first. So we'll review last week's predictions. We got a couple rules that we need to sort through with the predictions so we can keep a good tally and for the end of the year.
You just don't want to give me my point, dude.
And then you guys see something down there.
Give me my
you guys
point.
see we're gonna open source these rules and just hammer it out. And you guys can follow the It's Better With You Browns Fancast group on Facebook. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this screen going. So you guys, the Fancasters, can see it. So we can do the quotes. So you guys in the audience, just give me a second. Oh, you guys just got a preview. So I'm going to share the screen so that everybody's on the same page, literally and figuratively. And if you guys have any comments out there, make sure you put them in there and we'll bring them in live. So say hi in the chat. All right, so here we go, guys. You ready?
God, I couldn't wait for this.
We are ready.
All right. We know he can make plays, and given more opportunities, I'm sure he'll make more plays. Who said it, and who were they talking about?
Oh boy, probably talking about Antonio Callaway.
All right, so you got one. It is not Pat Shurmur.
Yeah.
Tyrod Taylor.
Probably Tyrod.
Oh, look at that! You guys are starting off doing your homework. I like it. Either that, or you looked at the slide right before you got here.
Okay, I got half of it.
Oh, did I say Tyrod? What an idiot! Jarvis Landry.
Well, you're on it today, Johnny.
Jeez, I'm sorry, guys. I need to drink some more coffee.
Coffee.
Absolutely. I've been working a lot. I've been busting my butt. I'm ready to give it everything I have.
Zane Gonzalez.
I said that when I walked into work this morning.
Just put every American.
Right. Trump America.
So you're saying it's not Zane Gonzalez? Oh, well.
That's our new kicker, Greg Joseph, on his NFL readiness after life at Florida Atlantic. We're going to have more. What?
Lane Kiffin, I believe, was the coach there last year.
Okay. And we're going to have more on Greg Joseph and his past career at Florida Atlantic and what we can expect to have happen here.
Not much more.
I knew nothing about the injury whatsoever, so that was news to me. Or that was new to me.
John Dorsey.
Who is he talking? Who's this person talking about?
He's got to be talking about Josh Gordon.
Josh Gordon? Really? The hamstring that miraculously got better when he went to New England?
ESPN says he'll be ready for this Sunday's game.
Right. Yeah, I'll go with that. That sounds like a good guess. Hugh Jackson on Zane Gonzalez groin injury. That's horseshit.
Wait, why is it horseshit?
Because the guy was kicking off fine. He kicked off past the end zone.
Booming him out of the end zone.
None of his kicks were short.
Right.
There's no accuracy whatsoever. That's you know what? If I missed as many kicks as he missed on Sunday, I'd say I had a groin injury too.
Right.
And I would also, if I was Hugh Jackson, I wouldn't believe it. So,
right.
Yeah.
There you go. It was new to him.
Right, and I do like that response by Hugh, actually.
I could have sworn I had 4 here. I'm going to have to go back and see what we got here. Shoot. Sorry, guys. Must have missed one.
You are en fuego today, John. Let me tell you. Once again, this is a well-oiled machine.
This is a fan cast, thank God, not a broadcast. So, all right. So that was quotes. I honestly must have tanked on one. But let's look at last week's win. I mean, last week's debacle of a loss. Almost had a win. We were winning through 4 quarters like we usually are.
Right.
Who's got the stats? What do you guys want to go through? What was good? What was bad?
What do you want to know?
Looks like you have the stats right there, John.
Well, I do. So you see that we were 6-3 at halftime, 12-3 in the third. Then they just piled on.
I'll tell you what, that 18 points given up in the fourth quarter is alarming for sure.
I believe I sent a text to my father who was battling the hurricane at the time and couldn't watch or get any stats that we were winning 12-3, I think, with 12 minutes left in the game.
Right. Yep.
I figured that was it. That was the end.
Yep.
No way we could possibly find a way. You couldn't script it that we would lose that football game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there was definitely a chance we could lose. But
yeah, there was never a point where I thought that we were going to win.
There's always a chance.
Who thought we were going to win?
Greg Williams should have been hanging.
I did. I honestly thought we were going to win the game.
So, but overall, the defense did really good.
They did very well through 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters, according to your stats, right?
And then
About 3.5 quarters.
Then what happened? I mean, obviously Drew Brees is going to be Drew Brees. They got good wide receivers. Alvin Kamara makes moves. Tyrod gave up that interception. That was another one, and then they gave up a field goal.
The Tyrod interception was critical at a critical juncture. That really hurt. They gave up some runs to Kamara. Michael Thomas was catching, not long balls, but everything thrown to him he was catching.
You know what? Last week someone brought up those two names, and everyone called him an idiot. Who was that?
Yeah.
That was me. That's right.
Alvin Kamara looked pretty good. He's got good.
Yeah, but
he's got good rack moves, run after catch.
They didn't light the world on fire.
Is not the difference in the game.
No. Here's the thing. Do you guys give any credence to the fact that the defense may have been gassed since the offense can't do anything and stay on the field?
Possible. Right.
I'll tell you what. We did hold them to only 62 yards combined rushing. That's
good.
Anytime you can hold a team under 100 yards, you have to give them some credit. And Drew Brees, who consistently throws for 300 to 400 yards a game, it seems
especially at home in the dome.
Yeah, he only had 213 yards passed. So statistic-wise, if you looked at it, you would think, well, the defense must have played pretty well.
Right.
And they did.
Penalties were down. We went from 11 penalties to 4.
Right. That was a big improvement.
I mean, that's a huge improvement.
And I mean, honestly, even though they gave up the 18 in the fourth quarter, it's 21 points total against the Saints at home in the dome is pretty decent.
Yeah.
Actually.
That's the problem. That's why this one is really, it's like Brown's got a Brown, because it hurt so bad, because it was good. They played a hell of a game. And it's kind of like, what you're getting with Greg Williams' defense now. They're going to be good. They're going to swarm the ball. They're going to try to take it away. But they're going to give up points if they're on too long, or if they inevitably will give up points.
And the one stat that really kind of pained me was our third down efficiency, 4 for 12. I mean, you gotta sustain these drives.
Oh, that's our.
Yeah, 4 out of 12 on third down. It's just you're giving the ball back.
Yeah. And the amount of turnovers we're getting, that defense is getting, our offense is really just fumbling.
Well, we only had 2. I mean, 2 turnovers in that game. Now they're counting the 6 in the Steelers game. We have 8 all season. We only 8 in 2 games versus 18 all of last year.
Yeah.
So obviously something with the defense there. Like you said, they're swarming around the ball. They're trying to pull it out. There's some good hits, and people are putting helmets on it, and it's
right.
That's good.
How about Terrence Mitchell? They just took a flyer on Terrence Mitchell, and he's in the starting lineup over
nice.
EJ Gaines. And
am I correct in saying we signed Rod Streeter today?
Rod Streeter. He's all right. I mean, he's
well. I guess for lack of a better term, they had to sign somebody to fill the spot.
I'd rather have Rod Tidwell.
I like Rod Tidwell. Show me the money. Good one. Yeah. Dynamite drop in, Monty.
3 people got that reference.
Yep. That's all right.
I liked it. But no, you force 8 turnovers in 2 weeks, and then you only score 10 points off of 8 turnovers. That's not good. Not good.
Is it just me, or is John's favorite player, Mr. Colquitt, can he kick the ball any further than 35 yards?
Boy, he's been shaky.
It's odd.
I mean, it seems like he kicks them 6 miles in the air, but they only go 35 to not even 40 yards most of the time.
And then if he gets one that really lands, you'd think that he won, that he's won the game.
Oh yeah.
If he gets one that lands in the 7, he's like, yes.
He pulls a Greg Little.
Oh my God, Greg Little.
We'd celebrate the first down when we were down by 4 touchdowns.
Or Dancing Danny.
Dancing Danny Shelton.
Anyone know how he's doing? We're gonna have to do a revisit show where we go and look at all these bombs. I know Spencer Durango's still trying to find a job. Some people are sad that he got cut.
Corey Coleman is unemployed.
Can he kick?
No shock there, but we don't need to talk about guys that aren't on the team anymore.
Corey Coleman. So speaking of guys that aren't on it, we'll get to that in the other port.
Just want to know if any of them.
Speaking of which, though, just think about how many guys the Browns have drafted that just aren't even in the league anymore. You know,
It's brutal.
first round picks that aren't in the league.
Nick Chubb had 2 runs for a total of 14 yards, 7-yard average.
Better than Hyde.
Carlos Hyde had 2.7 with a touchdown.
And once again, Duke Johnson had 3.
Yeah, that's
5 against the Steelers and 3 this week.
You know what? Duke Johnson was my other slide. I must have either deleted it or got rid of it. They asked him what he... That was the other quote. They asked him if he had talked... Like, someone from the press had asked him if he'd talked to the coaches about his limited role and playing time. And he's like, I'm a player. I go out there and my job is to perform. Da-da-da-da-da. And do this. I haven't said anything.
I was under the impression this year that he would be... I don't want to say our feature back this year, but what he did last year, to me, warrants more looks, more touches. He had 3 rushes this week, and he was targeted twice.
Yeah, I don't.
Unbelievable.
Am I missing something?
He should be getting 7 or 8 targets in the passing game every week.
And
the one target was the one that Tyrod threw to him on I don't know if he was playing in the slot, and it wasn't even.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, it wasn't
catchable.
No, it was. You're throwing it to what does he go 5'9"?
Mm-hmm.
So he's got a safety on him that's the same height.
Right. And I really thought he would be incorporated. Yeah, I thought he would be incorporated more, and he's not. It's weird.
I thought he, it was proven last year that he's a weapon.
He is, but like Haley and Tyrod both said, it's going to take time for them to gel. I
mean, it's clear that it's the whole thing is a work in progress, including Haley's play calls.
Again, I mean, I'm not comparing the two, and I'm not trying to do apples and oranges and all that shit. But isn't Duke Johnson very similar to LaShawn McCoy? He had that guy last year. Why would it take him time to gel with him? He had a very similar back last year.
Haley didn't have McCoy.
No, Haley had
Tyrod Taylor had with the Bills. And aren't him and Duke Johnson very similar backs?
Well, yeah, but I don't think that's on Tyrod because I don't think Duke Johnson's on the field that much.
Well, that's the other thing. If
right, he's not.
Maybe they would be able to gel if you actually put him out there in some play calls. I don't.
Right, but you got to figure Hyde is the first and second down back. Duke Johnson's the third down back. But then, if it's third and
then sooner or later someone's going to have to. They're going to have to figure this out.
Is Tyrod pressing? Is Tyrod pressing because it's a contract year and people are thinking that with weapons around him that he could be better?
I don't think Tyrod's what Tyrod Taylor is. What you're seeing is what he is.
Right.
He's a guy that's very conservative with the ball, doesn't like to take chances. Will run if he doesn't find somebody wide open. He checks down a lot.
In the fourth quarter, it seemed like he was making a lot more throws.
This isn't a contract year for him. This is a career year. If he flops here, he's gone and he's done.
Yeah, because he'll be on the bottom of that long jersey.
If he goes 0-4 or 0-5 and they bring in Baker to start, he'll be lucky to get a backup job next year.
He loses to the Jets. They better put Baker in.
Let's not. Hey, what's in that cup? Take it easy. I thought I had already spoke my mind. I thought that for sure we would see Baker this Thursday night, and we still can. There's always that chance.
Yeah.
Raiders game, but
it's
probably more realistic to give him the 10 days to start him against the Raiders.
I don't think we're going to see him until the bye week, guys.
Well, yeah, that's also possible because if you want to look at it this way, besides the Pittsburgh game, and we could set that aside because of weather and every other excuse you want to make. He didn't do anything in the past 2 games to really lose those games for us.
Right, and that's
he
Taylor.
Did exactly what they brought him in to do, be a game manager and not turn the ball over.
Right.
Right. And I really think that we're going to beat the Jets, and then he'll have at least a couple more weeks to play. So,
is anyone sad that they released Zane Gonzalez?
Is that a legitimate question? I mean, are you asking that? Are you asking either one of us, or are you just asking the 4 people that might be watching right now?
Well, it's a
You're the only one that went out and bought his jersey. So
It's a
are you
question.
sad about it?
question for everyone. Zane is gone. We picked him in the 7th round. We invested a pick in the kicker. That tells me that someone didn't do their due diligence to have him gone. I mean, if anyone watched the Miami game last year, everyone here knows he was terrible.
I was gonna say I don't know.
Well,
I
so you're
couldn't.
saying Dorsey should have gotten rid of him before the season?
Well, yes, they should
I
have. I mean,
agree.
they brought someone
I
else
agree.
in, and he ended
I
up
would have.
winning for what?
I would love to. I don't have Zane Gonzalez's career stats.
That guy sucks.
I don't know what his
Terrible.
How do you go from mid 70s
his
percent?
mismake percentages. I have no idea. I can only go on this past Sunday.
Did
and
you
no,
call him?
I'm not surprised he got cut, and I'm not sad about it either.
No, everyone knew that was going to happen. I mean, you
As far as we
put
know,
a showing like that out.
As far as we know, he's still duct taped to the benches in New Orleans.
He should be. To the goalpost.
I saw there were some Browns fans that took over New Orleans and were reenacting their own field goal kicks.
I saw it. It was much better executed than the Browns.
That's not hard.
Were there any prospects in that group?
Yeah, the guy looked better than Zane. I know that.
Is that where they really found Greg Joseph?
It's possible. Bourbon Street, half drunk.
All right, guys. So we're gonna
He's literally sitting on his couch at home.
We're gonna do a terrible segue into the "What the hell are we doing here?" segment, and I think that doubles for the Fancast. What the hell are we doing here?
Right.
So I'm gonna have the storylines come up for you guys, so you can see what I put in. Someone's hopping on the pile.
Oh,
He's gonna come yell at us and tell us why we're having the Fancast at 7:30.
He is.
I think he's having. Whoa, wait a minute.
That is Mike Pettin. Can you put your
minimized?
Can you put your phone on landscape, sir?
It is Mike Pettin, right?
There you
go. There we go. Mike Pettin, D coordinator of the Green Bay Packers. How's it going, brother?
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Isn't Mike Pettin the assistant to the assistant trainer to the
I'm the defensive coordinator.
Assistant to the regional sales manager? What is
The good news is I'm actually getting paid big bucks by 2 organizations right now.
So the Browns are still paying you and the Packers are paying you?
Yeah. I'm hoping to get fired this year and go get a 3rd one.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it.
You can get it.
Were you upset that they cut Zane Gonzalez?
Yeah, I'm really mad.
That was a legitimate question that John just threw out there for us. I don't know if there's ever been a bigger softball than that one.
Yeah, pretty upset.
So, coming up, guys, we have the Jets. This is the first time that we are the home favorite since 2015. Ogba and DeValve are out.
Right.
Kirksey, Landry, and Randall are questionable. Do we see any of those 3?
Landry will play for sure.
Okay. I thought Randall hurt his. I mean, obviously it's a neck injury. I thought he busted his collarbone.
Yeah, I think Randall will probably play too. He didn't look like he was too hurt.
Yeah, because he came back.
Yeah.
If Kirksey's really the leader that he claims he's become this year and wants to run his mouth and lead the huddles and be rah-rah cheerleader, he needs to get his butt on the field, just like Jarvis Landry would have suggested he'd do during Hard Knocks.
Is that 10 days off?
Out there.
Should.
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah, and they have Kirksey listed as doubtful. They don't even have him listed as questionable.
I heard questionable today on the radio.
Oh, not according to CBS Sports Injury Report.
Well, the guy better play. Like Glenn said, he better play. He's had enough time off.
You're not taking any bullshit, are you? 132-1.
John's second favorite player besides Mr. Gonzalez is out.
Well, Charlie Hewlett is playing, dude.
No, Seth DeValve is out.
Oh,
I don't know how John's gonna scream from the stands.
Oh, I know.
How
He's
many-
so sad about Kajust being cut.
well, I mean, come on. I mean, what's his name? Isn't Njoku's doing okay? I guess.
And there's another
Njoku's
one.
been garbage.
But we have no tight end currently. I
No,
mean,
we
it's
have no
sad.
tight end. Yeah.
And
Darren Fells.
your Ogba is questionable is wrong also because they have him listed
No,
as
Agba's out.
He's out.
It says
He's out.
Agba's out.
No, Agba's out. That's on the slide.
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. You're correct for
Hmm.
once.
Come on,
Tonight.
Brian.
Tonight. Gordon.
John got one right. I gotta give him credit.
Well, with that, we're going to go on to the next one. Gordon and Gonzalez are gone.
Bye-bye.
Next slide.
Yep.
There's really no discussion to have about
No,
it.
there isn't. Please move on.
There, hold on. There is a discussion. There's one. Are we going to have to send a 7th-round pick to New England for Gordon not lasting 10 or being active for 10 games?
Yes, absolutely. No,
Oh.
100%.
I don't expect him to make it. I expect him to be completely out of the league permanently within 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
Maybe not that quick, but there's no way he finishes the season in a Patriot uniform. No way.
I expect him to finish the season
Wow.
as a Patriot.
Wow.
I think the injury was bullshit. I think
Obviously, it was.
Obviously, he never wanted to be here after everything that organization did for him. I don't wish him well.
Right.
I also had his back like everybody else, and whatever. How about you? Mike? What do you think? You had to deal with him when you were here.
yeah, great guy, class act. Love him.
It was one of your coaches that was drinking with him on the plane that led to him getting that last suspension. Do you have anything to say about that while you're here?
Yeah, thanks, Mike.
I don't, but a few years ago, he only played, 10, 11 games and maybe 12 games and led the NFL in receiving yards. And he'll do that again this year.
You know how many years ago that was? 5.
Oh,
5 freaking years ago.
He'll do it again this year.
Wow.
Anyone can do it if you have Tom Brady throwing to you. He immediately improves that wide receiving core. They're shitty.
And they get Edelman back in 2 weeks.
I thought, you know what? I love all the short memories, though. Not just here, but national guys, too. Like, they don't realize that was 5 years ago. You know?
Yeah, but he also doesn't have any wear on the tires.
5 years.
He doesn't have any wear on the tires. You act like he's like washed up. He's
He
done.
doesn't,
Right,
he doesn't have anything between his shoulder pads either. He's a head case.
They act like, he just had 200 yards
Well,
last week.
Listen, I tell you, money is a motivator. The guy doesn't want to go to jail. He wants to pay his child support. He's got to get a check. He's gonna be there.
Right, he needs a check. I'll give him that. Sure. I said that 2 weeks ago.
I love throwing out. I mean, if Mike, I tell you, the easiest way to get these two guys fired up is to say Josh Gordon.
God. Please
All
move
right.
on.
What? So the last two I have switched around. We're going to switch up. We're going to go to what is working, and then we're going to do some keys to beating the Jets. So what's working? And we started on this a little bit. What's working with this team? And it might be a specific player. It might be, a side of the ball. It might be just something that you guys see. What is working for this team from your perspective?
Don't all jump in at once.
Defense.
I was going to say defensive turnovers.
Rush defense and pass defense both working well.
I was going to say for the first time in forever, feeling good about our secondary and our pass defense.
Agreed.
We've felt good about our run defense a handful of times over the years here,
Yes.
where we could stop the run, but continuously being disappointed in our secondary and finally having guys out there that can, at least contain Drew Brees at home.
Yeah.
That's good in my eyes. That's working.
I have a feeling we're going to find out how true that is Thursday night. Tomorrow night, I think they're going to try to control the game with Bilal Powell and I'm not even going to say his name.
The
Because
Crow.
they have
Ah!
been effective
Woo!
running the ball and trying to keep Darnold out of harm's way, chucking it all over the field. So
Their
it'll be
offensive
interesting to
line.
see how our defense can contain those two running.
Well, I think our defensive line is going to give them fits. Their offensive line is not very good. Larry Ogunjobi, Myles Garrett, Jannard Avery coming in. He's doing really good. I think they're going to give those guys fits. I don't know how. We all know what Isaiah Crowell can do. He's okay. He's not, but he's not great. He's an up and down runner.
Hey, he's
That's
been
about
pretty
it.
good for the Jets.
He's not going to the Pro Bowl this year yet.
What is pretty good? He
He had a
scored a
great-
touchdown.
6.2 yards a carry. First 2 games.
He had a great week 1. Last week he wasn't impressive. He didn't have a lot of carries to his defense, but I don't think he put up more than 30 yards last week, did he?
Well,
he
he
only-
had that 60-yard run in week 1. And
And they beat up on the Lions week 1. Who did they?
That's
Last week
impressive.
he went 12 for 35. It wasn't like
not great, but
Miami's defense was poised to definitely stop the run last week.
I think the Crow is a decent runner, but I'm not going to game plan against the guy or anything.
Right.
I think the only coach that could potentially lose their job before Hugh Jackson is Matt Patricia.
Oh God, yeah, for sure.
And who's in Arizona?
They're a mess.
I'm drawing a mind blank. I mean, they could not look.
It's not the old guy, is it?
Arians is
Arians?
gone.
No, it's a new guy.
retired.
Okay.
He's gone.
I can't remember. Drawing a mind blank, but woo.
No, but no, the Bills guy is definitely getting fired. We're getting off track.
So we got to stop Darnold. That's fine. We got to stop Darnold.
I'm not worried about Darnold.
Do they have? I mean, so is their defense?
No,
Is
was
their
it Brian
defense
or
any good?
Glenn that said that they're just going to run the ball? We have to stop the run. Definitely.
Okay.
They're not going to try and pass against us. No.
I mean, what are they? Is Terrell Pryor going to light it up?
No.
What do they? They have Robbie Anderson.
And
I
Pryor.
don't even know who that is.
He's second-year player, I believe. And
Actually, no. They have a guy named Quincy, and I can't even.
Enunwa.
yeah, and he is their go-to receiver right
Right, and he's average at best. So
Okay.
Robbie Anderson's fast.
yeah, but
I thought you were gonna say fat.
No,
It was
He's actually
delayed.
he's like the skinniest dude ever. He's fast, man.
He's
He can
fast.
burn.
Yep.
He can run.
Is he one-dimensional? Can he not? Can he like run but not catch?
He,
now.
I mean, I don't know that much about him, but I mean, the games I've watched, he's on one of my fantasy teams.
he's fast. And
Okay.
he's like
He's on your
a
fantasy team. Mike Pettin plays fantasy football.
who's the little punt returner guy that we had a couple years ago that was like 160 pounds? He's like
Travis Benjamin.
Travis Benjamin.
Travis Benjamin.
Like that. He's like that.
Yeah.
Robbie Anderson, 6'3", 190 pounds. Tall guy, skinny
Oh,
guy.
he's taller than I thought.
Oh,
He
wow.
looks little out there.
He hasn't done,
Oh.
and he's had 4 receptions for 68 yards and I think 1 touchdown this year. And that's as far as he's not.
Not
Yeah.
that great.
No.
All right. Time to go through. You heard it here first and make our predictions.
Oh,
So
boy.
first up,
Oh,
Let me see if I can
here
find it.
is
I got a
last
prediction.
week's guesses. Glenn, Browns 30, Saints 27. Jim, 31-27. Big Al, 38-21. And, well, we didn't lose, 33-16. And Brownie T. Elf, 28-27. That guy's an idiot.
Nobody was really.
So here's what I got.
Brownie T. Elf wins, if you ask me.
How
I
do you
think so.
figure?
I think so.
Because
So he-
How do you figure?
point differential was the closest.
Here, So
What's the difference? He had the Browns as a win. They lost.
That's a great talking point, a good segue into how we're going to redo the "You Heard It Here" first segment. So I think if you correctly name the team that you want to win, then you get a point.
Okay.
And then there is a bonus point awarded to the person who is closest to the point differential.
Fine.
Does anyone have any arguments with that?
No.
Just give me my point and I'll be
I
happy.
do actually.
Well, go ahead, Mike.
I got a big problem with it.
Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
Care to elaborate?
We're all ears.
No, I really don't care how you do it, man.
Make big decisions here on the Browns Fancast, Mike. Big decisions. All right, so we're going to push. I'm going to give 2 points to Big Allen. Well, we didn't lose since the point differential is the same.
Yeah, that was closer.
Should have done better. Should have done better, guys. This week, let's go ahead and get them in.
You want me to throw out Big Al's prediction for you?
So the guys that have the biggest point discrepancy win.
Yeah, plus you didn't read any of Big Al's comments.
Big Al did throw his prediction in there today because he couldn't be with us today.
Yeah, so go ahead and read that off, and I need you to read off his quote as well.
It says
Around why he's so angry.
His prediction is Jets 24, Cleveland Browns 10.
Fuck you, Big Al.
And his quote is Sam Darnold shoves it right up our asses for not drafting him.
Mr. Negativity.
He was the closer last week. He was so positive about everything.
He was.
Dude, he's angry about that, about working. I mean,
He's angry.
He's had a bad week.
I gotta meet this guy.
He did say that he did want to know if, for some reason, Duke Johnson was hurt because him and Callaway need more touches, and he wanted to throw in there that he loves Jarvis Landry. That's it. He didn't have a lot more to say. There was a lot of vulgarities and some swearing in there, but since this is a family show, I'm going to refrain from that.
Not really a family show.
He said he's speechless after last week's loss.
That was disgusting.
Aren't we all?
Hey, John.
He
Yes,
somehow
sir.
threw a vulgarity into the word unbelievable.
You know, they got like intro classes to Microsoft Office you could probably take.
Now that would ruin everything.
It would.
This is
What's going on here?
world.
What do I need to tune up here?
Look at this.
Jim, what's your prediction for this week?
Yeah, come on, Jim. Please change the
Cursor
subject.
was on Glenn's name 2 seconds ago, so okay. Browns 24. Jets
Be careful.
10.
Oh, so you're taking Big Al score and flopping it
I
around.
see it. Yep.
Wow.
Oh, that positivity. You are Mr. Positivity this season,
Yep.
and I love it.
He is, man.
Very
Always
confident.
like Jim. Jim's always been a big fan of me, Mike Pettin.
Right. Love Mike Patton.
Yeah, this does not look good. You're right. I gotta fix that. Now I'm
What
all.
are you doing here?
I have no idea, man. I need some formatting.
Who exactly is
What are you
Johnny?
doing?
Look at all those hyphens.
Jets 10, Browns. What?
Does anyone else want to predict this?
Well, I'm trying to figure out who Johnny Football is.
That's me.
No, I thought you were Swagger this week. You don't know your ass from your elbow.
Well, I
right
was
now,
gonna
do
switch them. Yeah, I was gonna switch them, but I don't know.
Since Mike Patton was on, he figured he would change his name to Johnny.
That's just keeping it from Latch, trying to do as little work as possible. Is anyone going to give their prediction?
I'd be
I
more
will.
than-
I already posted mine in case I wasn't on the.
Well, you're here, so
Might as
Yeah, we
well.
got Browns 23, Jets 17.
There you go.
Ooh.
Defensive touchdown will win the game for us.
Wow.
We're going to win the game on a defensive touchdown this week in the second half. Big Sam Darnold with a big turnover.
Oh, of
Cost them
course.
The game. Tyrod cannot have a turnover, man. We know we're going to make the Jets turn the ball over once or
He
twice.
won't.
Tyrod cannot turn the ball over. We win this game.
Football, a.k.a. Swagger's typing. Another hyphen. Imagine that.
Yeah, you're right. Don't need that.
Johnny Football.
I don't even remember my own.
Jets 17. And is this a larger number or a small?
Oh, boy. What are they going to do?
You know it's bigger. He picks them to win every week for the past 20 years.
Oh, that's right. I got to put on my orange-colored glasses. The glasses with which I see things.
Oh, man.
And we're going to go...
30.
Wait. Oh, yeah, here we go. I had it. Right there.
Nice.
Wow.
17. I like it.
I feel it. Right.
This
Here.
I'm pretty close to you guys. I liked some things I saw on the offense last week. I really did.
There we go.
Albeit that was the Saints defense, which kind of blows. But I think they're starting to get it a little more than I thought they had in the first week or even in preseason. I'm going to say Jets 19. Oh, man, this pains me. Your Cleveland Browns 28.
Oh, someone's optimistic.
What?
I'm
There we
like
go.
I said, I saw some things I liked last week. I love the way the defense is swarming around the ball. I don't know if it'll be a game-winning defensive touchdown, but I think they're going to play a factor in this.
Right, Peck?
Jim and Big Al have the unders, and then me, Johnny, and Brian all picked way over on the game.
Oh, you mean total points?
Yeah, it's like 39 right now.
Yeah.
And
I don't know that they're giving them any credit, either team any credit right now for really lighting up the scoreboard.
so
30,
this is
actually, you know what? 39 is probably about right. I just think the Browns that defense is going to just shut the Jets down, I think.
No, I don't disagree with that too much, man. I mean, both defenses have looked pretty good. I
I'll
mean,
tell you what,
both defenses have looked good, and isn't every Thursday night game like slow?
Yeah,
Isn't every
typically.
Thursday night game like 13-10.
Yeah, they're very poorly played games. Usually they're. Yeah, you're right. Good point.
Well, it's a short week. A lot of guys are still nursing some
Sore, they're
injuries.
tired.
They would rather have a couple of days to
Sloppy.
shape. So they seem slower because I think a lot of guys are slower on Thursday.
Yeah, no doubt.
I do like this last-minute addition from one of our viewers from Michigan named Jeff. He has predicted the Jets 9, Browns 16, and his quote is, "Put it on the board."
All right.
So
Well,
It works
there
for
it
me.
is.
that's
I
there.
like it.
Thank
That
you for
means
watching, sir.
That
Careful
means
Good to hear from you.
new field goal kicker is going to make 2 field goals, right?
I wonder
Well,
how.
that means he's going to make 3.
I wonder how.
Yeah, I can't do math.
I wonder how Jeff feels about Josh Gordon being on the Patriots.
Either that or he thinks we're just going to say screw the kicking and go for 2 twice.
Well, that's true. We can do that. So
Where's the I'm not on the Facebook. Do we know Jeff?
I don't know who Jeff is. He must be a new addition, isn't he, John?
Yeah, he's a new addition.
Oh, okay.
welcome,
We
welcome, Jeff. Thanks
Jim,
for joining us.
Jim knows him.
I do.
Yeah,
Jeff,
When are we gonna rename this?
he always gives everybody. It's better with who? It's better.
With Pettin.
It's better with. We're gonna rename it. It's better with Captain.
It should have been this show. This show very well could be called right now. It was better with Pettin.
There you go. Yes.
Unfortunately, it's true.
I gotta get.
I mean, you can't have a bigger oxymoron than that quote right there. It was better with Pettin. Or with you. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Mike Pettin, football coach, is pretty close to Jumbo Shrimp in military intelligence. They just don't seem to go together.
He did all right.
Yeah, just because he's sitting down there doesn't mean you have to pay him compliments.
I like him. I like Mike. Big Mike.
I'm just getting all of our cameras situated here on the big screen.
Does Hugh get any credit for how the Browns played in New Orleans? I see people have the audacity to say that loss isn't on Hugh, that's on Zane. I mean, isn't every loss on the head coach? Or is that just me?
I don't give last week's game on to you at all.
Yeah, you're delusional. I wouldn't have let that
What did
guy
he do? What did he do?
I wouldn't have let him kick another ball. I wouldn't have put him out there to even let him kick another ball.
Well, you heard it straight from his
Go for
mouth. He
two.
did not know he was injured.
That's what. And you know what? This is the same thing as what with Ray Farmer not knowing that he couldn't send a text message. If he didn't know, he was fucking wrong. And if he did know, it's even worse.
Right.
So Hugh didn't know that his kicker had a groin injury. He shoved him out there 4 times to shank him all over the field. After the third one, when it came down to it, I would have sat his ass on the bench. I would have just said, screw it. We're going for it. We don't have a choice.
Exactly. And it's the same thing that happened the first play of the game when he would say the whole time that Josh Gordon wasn't going to be starting. Then he starts. He has no handle on what's going on.
That looks it reflects bad on Hugh. It looks bad. It really looks bad on Hugh. And the record obviously speaks for itself. We haven't won a game in 2 years.
I saw an article today.
632 days.
633.
Anybody see the
Stops
article
tomorrow.
that said Mike Tomlin's losing the locker room?
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, I also saw a rumor, an article today that said that his name? Their wide receiver was coming to the Browns.
Right.
I can't believe
Antonio Brown didn't show up.
God's sake.
Yeah. So
He didn't show up today?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, he didn't show up for work yesterday.
Jeff said that he thinks that Darnold will have a chance to tie on the final drive, but won't have the experience, and that'll be the key to victory.
Really? He won't have the experience, or it doesn't matter. I don't see that happening. I think the Browns win it by 2 touchdowns.
Man, I hope we don't find a way to lose. I hope we don't go out there and be the Browns, dude.
it's going to be so Cleveland tomorrow if they do end up blowing this shit.
Holy crap.
What do you guys think of the Color Rush uniform, by the way?
Love them.
What color are we? Are we orange tomorrow?
All brown.
You're total brown.
All
brown. Huh?
All brown. I saw
brown.
I saw the paint in the end zone.
I don't like the end zone
16 stripes for 16 Hall of Famers. Yeah, some people like you have to be critical all the time.
The first 30,000 fans tomorrow get a free hat.
Is that right?
I hope mine.
We got to get there.
The first 30,000 fans in the stadium or in the Muni lot?
Those are the same people, trust me.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. They're definitely not.
If you're dumb enough to be the first
30,000
one in the
in the
Muni
Muni
lot.
lot are the last 30,000 in the stadium.
Exactly.
We try to get there early.
Micah, are you going to the Muni lot tomorrow?
I was at the Muni lot before every game when I would coach. Why wouldn't I be there now?
There we go.
That would
Typical Mike.
explain a lot. That would explain a lot.
Well, we're parked down by E2. Go ahead and look for can't look for a hearse. You're going to have to look for a Blazer.
Why not?
Are you drunk? I don't understand what word you just tried
Where's
to
the
say.
hearse?
The hearse is at the mechanic.
Oh,
It'll make its debut for the. It'll make its debut this season for the Ravens game.
The Ravens game. Is that the next home game after this?
That's 2 weeks from this coming Sunday. Next week we are away against the Raiders, where you will probably see your boy Baker Mayfield start.
Oh,
Really?
That's what you keep saying.
Projections.
I don't think it'll be.
They're not starting him on the road. No way.
I hope they do, but they won't.
If they start him at home and he shits the bed, they'll freaking string him up to the goalpost.
Nah, he won't.
If we lose and Tyrod's a disaster, he'll start. But that's it.
That would be the only scenario. I think he'll start after the bye week.
Isn't that week 10 or 11?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So
12.
you're gonna give that kid a whole 3 games this year, huh?
I'd give him more, but
Well, I mean, I like that thought because
I think
that
it's
just
5.
means that Tyrod stays healthy the whole season and doesn't give him a reason to shit can him.
And then they'll be
absolutely right.
4 and whatever.
Well, by then we'll have the AFC North wrapped up, so we can start the last couple of games because we clinched.
You gotta, right. We need Money Mayfield in there. throwing
Hey,
the throwing the
win
flag
tomorrow
down.
night, 1-1-1 is right in it. You're right in it at 1-1-1. Right in it.
And then we can beat the Raiders. They're,
You definitely can beat the Raiders, and you can go 2-1-1. Then you're looking good.
then optimism
Yeah.
creeps in. We haven't even won one in 633 days.
On the flip side, if you lose to the Jets at home, man, you are
On Thursday night in front of
Yeah.
national television audience.
Then you're going to
Please.
have all the questions about Hugh, all the questions
Please.
about Tyrod, Baker, controversies. Oh, it's going to be.
As
Do
if,
not do what
as
you
if
If
always
we're 0-2-1,
Yeah.
you will be fired before midnight tomorrow.
I'll tell you what. As
Dude,
if
oh
Thursday
my
night
God.
football ratings weren't bad enough, I can't wait to hear about this Friday morning how nobody watched.
Browns
Wow.
versus Jets.
Browns are popular because of Hard Knocks. People are watching them.
We got to go, guys.
It's true.
Hey, just a reminder that Tyrod Taylor had as many tackles as Myles Garrett this week.
That was
Just a
awesome.
reminder.
That was a good tackle,
That's a fact.
too.
We
Yep.
end
Fact.
things on a negative note. I was hoping not to bring up that stat.
Every now and then we need to add a section of the show called "Stats You Just Didn't Know,"
Right.
because
Yeah.
that's a good
Ooh.
one right there.
Okay.
Talked about that one before the thing.
So, Mike, are you hopeful for this season? You don't seem hopeful for the season. You seem a little down.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm feeling real good. Feeling real
So
good.
you are hopeful for the season.
We got a good ball club in there, man. Who's got to put it together?
With the Packers?
Oh, that's you. Never mind. Hugh said that. Sorry.
Those guys are out there battling.
I need a line. Somebody give me a line.
Well, you could either run it or you could throw it on third down, right? Now, that's a Shermer line. I'm sorry.
I can only go by what I see.
Jeff said the Lions lost to the
favorite
Jets on opening Sunday night. That's embarrassing.
By a lot.
So you could always be the Lions.
The Lions are they're at a crossroads right now. I don't know which way they're going to go.
First to 0-16.
Bills.
The
Bills are not going to win a game.
The Bills have a long road to hoe. And just think, we could have got Calvin Benjamin for a third-round pick, and we decided we didn't want to play that game.
Benjamin.
The Bills, we are in week 3, and the Buffalo Bills are 17-point underdogs against Minnesota.
In the NFL, that's an insane
Spread.
17 in week 3.
Yeah, that's
Who are they still going to? Is
Josh
Peterman?
No, it's Josh
Josh
Allen.
Allen.
Oh, he's starting this week, huh?
Josh Allen. He's going to die on the field.
Josh Allen.
He's going to die. On the
He played last week. Actually, he wasn't that bad, but
So
Minnesota is going to bury him alive.
oh yeah, they're going to destroy him.
Which is what I'm hoping we do to Sam Darnold this week.
Oh, dude.
We should.
1-1-1, baby.
Larry and Miles
Bowl.
and Gennard.
our defense should throw a different look at him every single snap, so he doesn't know whether to shit or wind his watch, and we probably won't.
They will.
They will.
Yeah, they will.
They will.
They're going to blitz the shit out of Sam Darnold. TJ Carey's going to light him up.
TJ Carey.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
Is that guy even playing?
Yeah.
Is he? They put him in nickel packages or what?
Didn't he lead the team in tackles this week?
I gotta pull up my box score.
Did he have,
Pretty sure he led the team in tackles.
did he have 2?
Well, where was your insight during the? Oh shit, he was 6-2.
I probably wasn't signed in yet.
I know, Mike. You're
Wow.
doing great.
Who invited
Hey,
this
you were
guy?
right.
A little crotchety.
Hey, you were right.
Uh-oh.
Jamie Collins had 4 tackles.
No, actually, he was tied with Joe Schobert with 8.
What?
You
No.
mean Pro Bowl?
Joe Schobert had
last week.
3 tackles, 2
No.
assists. You're not
Joe
looking at
Schobert had 8 total with 3 solo. TJ Carey 8 total, 6 solo. If you're counting solo tackles. Denzel Ward 7 total, 5 solo. Yeah,
I see what
solo
you're saying.
tackles,
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Kerry had the most solo tackles.
So take that. He was tied for the lead with
Oh,
Joe
Hey
Schobert.
Jim,
oh shit! Here we go.
Jim,
What?
are you sitting on the toilet?
Somebody asked me that a couple of weeks ago when we were in the stadium.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Schobert and Kerry were tied. Were tied.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have tuned in, we appreciate it. If you're watching it on the video on demand on YouTube, you can call in anytime and join us on the Fancast, and we will see you next Wednesday. You can also follow the It's Better With You Fancast on Facebook for free and meet all of us. Whenever
Come
you
see,
do
come
that,
see us at E2.
Good night. Go Browns.
Go Browns. Ooh, 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 ooh.
All right, that's enough of that.